Have you ever found yourself standing next to someone, maybe at work, at a cafe, or even at the bus stop, and you want to say something, but your mind goes blank? You want to sound natural, but the words just don't come out. Don't worry, you're not alone. Small talk can feel tricky, but once you learn a few powerful sentences, it becomes super easy and fun. Welcome to the English Diary Podcast, your daily companion for learning English in a simple, practical, and fluent way. Today, we'll explore 50 fluent sentences for small talk. But in this episode, part 1, we'll focus on the first 10 sentences, breaking them down with examples, role plays, and variations. By the end, you'll not only know the sentences, you'll also know how to use them naturally in real conversations. So let's begin. Sentence 1. How's your day going? This is one of the most natural small talk openers. Instead of asking, how are you? Which feels a little formal, you can ask, how's your day going? Imagine meeting a colleague in the office hallway. Hey, how's your day going? Colleague, not bad, just busy with reports. How about you? Same here. Can't wait for the weekend. Notice how natural this feels? You're not just asking about their health. You're connecting to their current moment. White right pointing backhand index variations. How's your morning going? How's your evening been so far? Sentence 2. Busy day today? This is short, simple, and friendly. It works especially well in offices, schools, or casual meetups. Example. You meet your friend at a cafe. Busy day today? Friend. Oh yes, meetings all morning. What about you? Pretty much the same. Glad we could catch up though. White right pointing backhand index white works. It shows interest without being too personal. Sentence 3. That's interesting. Tell me more. Small talk isn't only about asking. It's also about listening. When someone shares something, you can encourage them by saying, that's interesting. Tell me more. Example. Friend, I just started learning Spanish. That's interesting. Tell me more. What made you pick Spanish? White right pointing backhand index this makes the other person feel valued and keeps the conversation flowing. Sentence 4. I've been there too. It's not easy. This is a sentence that shows empathy. Small talk often gets stronger when you relate to the other person's experience. Example. Colleague, I stayed up late finishing a project. I've been there too. It's not easy. White right pointing backhand index this builds connection. You're not just talking, you're sharing humanity. Sentence 5. What do you usually do on weekends? This question is excellent for new friends, co-workers, or even networking events. It's safe, casual, and opens up a wide conversation. Example. What do you usually do on weekends? Friend, I usually go hiking. Sometimes I watch movies. That sounds great. I love hiking too. Maybe we can plan a trip sometime. White right pointing backhand index notice how a simple question leads to shared interests. Sentence 6. Did you watch the game last night? Sports are a universal small talk topic. Even if you're not a sports fan, asking this shows social awareness. Example. Did you watch the game last night? Colleague. Yes. What a match. I thought our team would lose. Same here. But that last-minute goal changed everything. White right pointing backhand index, even if you don't follow sports closely, you can keep it light. I didn't see it, but I heard it was amazing. Sentence 7. The weather's been so hot, cold, rainy, hasn't it? Yes, weather small talk might sound cliché, but it always works, especially with strangers. Example. The weather's been so hot lately, hasn't it? Stranger. Oh yes, I feel like I'm melting. Same here. I've been drinking iced coffee every day. White right pointing backhand index variations. Such a beautiful day today, isn't it? Can you believe all this rain? Sentence 8. What brought you here today? Perfect for events, classes, or social gatherings. Example. At a workshop. Hi, what brought you here today? Person. I wanted to learn more about photography. That's cool. I've always wanted to improve my photography skills too. White right pointing backhand index, it's friendly and shows curiosity. Sentence 9. I love your shirt shoes bag. Where do you get it? Compliments are a great way to start small talk, but they must be genuine. Focus on something simple like clothing, accessories, or hairstyle. Example. I love your jacket. Where do you get it? Friend, thanks. I got it from a store downtown. Nice. I'll have to check it out. White right pointing backhand index, it's not just about the compliment. It's about sparking a conversation. Sentence 10. So, how do you know host friend person? This works well at parties, weddings, or networking events. Example. You're at a birthday party. So, how do you know Rohan? Guest. Oh, we went to school together. That's cool. I met him at work. Small world. White right pointing backhand index, it immediately creates connection. We explored the first 10 small talk sentences. How's your day going? Busy day today? That's interesting. Tell me more. I've been there too. It's not easy. What do you usually do on weekends? Did you watch the game last night? The weather's been so hot, cold, rainy, hasn't it? What brought you here today? I love your shirt shoes bag. Where do you get it? So, how do you know host friend person? Each of these sentences is simple, but when used naturally, they can open doors to longer, deeper conversations. And that's the magic of small talk. It's not about the words themselves, but the connection they create. Have you ever noticed how some people can start a conversation anywhere? On a train, in an elevator, or even waiting in line at a cafe. And it just feels so smooth. You might think, wow, they're natural at talking. But here's the secret. They aren't using fancy words. They're using simple, everyday sentences that keep the conversation alive. Welcome back to the English Diary podcast, where we turn English learning into a practical daily habit. In part 1, we covered the first 10 fluent small talk sentences. Today, in part 2, we'll explore sentences 11 to 20 with examples, role plays, and natural variations, so you can sound confident in any situation. Let's dive in. Sentence 11. Have you been working here long? This question works perfectly when you meet someone in a new office, at a conference, or even at the gym. It's polite and shows interest in the person's background. Example. Have you been working here long? Colleague. Yes, about 3 years now. Wow, that's great. You must know a lot about the place. White right pointing backhand index variations. How long have you been part of this team? Have you been living here long? For neighbors or locals. Sentence 12. Is this your first time here? This is especially useful at events, restaurants, classes, or meetups. Example. At a cooking class. Is this your first time here? Person. Yes, I just wanted to try something new. Same here. I'm excited to see what we learn. White right pointing backhand index, it's casual, friendly, and easy to answer. Sentence 13. What do you think about this place? Great for gatherings, new restaurants, or public events. People love to share opinions. Example. At a new cafe. What do you think about this place? Friend. It's cozy. I like the vibe. Yes, the coffee smells amazing too. White right pointing backhand index, it invites opinions and opens a longer conversation. Sentence 14. I was just thinking the same thing. Sometimes, good small talk isn't about asking, it's about agreeing. Example. Friend, it's really crowded here today. I was just thinking the same thing. Looks like everyone had the same idea. White right pointing backhand index, this shows you're engaged and paying attention. Sentence 15. Do you live around here? Simple and natural when meeting someone locally. Example. At a park. Do you live around here? Stranger. Yes, just a couple of blocks away. Oh nice, I'm nearby too. Small world. White right pointing backhand index variation. Where do you usually hang out around here? Sentence 16. That reminds me of. This is a smooth way to connect someone's story to your own experience. Example. Friend, I had the worst traffic on my way here. You. That reminds me of last Monday when it took me 2 hours just to get to work. Why try pointing backhand index? It makes the chat feel like a two-way street. Sentence 17. Have you tried the food here yet? Perfect for parties, events, or restaurants. Food is always a safe topic. Example. At a wedding. You. Have you tried the food here yet? Guest. Yes. The starters are amazing. You. Really? I try them next. Why try pointing backhand index? You can adjust it. Have you tried the coffee here? Or, have you tried that dish before? Sentence 18. That must have been amazing. When someone shares an exciting story, this phrase shows enthusiasm. Example. Friend, I just came back from a trip to Japan. You. Wow. That must have been amazing. What was the best part? Why try pointing backhand index? It validates their experience and encourages them to continue. Sentence 19. I've always wanted to try that. This shows curiosity and creates instant connection. Example. Friend, I just started yoga classes. You. I've always wanted to try that. Do you like it so far? Why try pointing backhand index? It opens up space for learning from their experience. Sentence 20. What kind of music do you like? Music is a universal conversation starter. It's not too personal, but it reveals interests. Example. You. What kind of music do you like? Person. I'm into jazz these days. You. Nice. I love smooth jazz in the evenings. Why try pointing backhand index follow-ups? Have you been to any concerts recently? Do you play any instruments yourself? Mini recap of part 2. We added another 10 sentences to your small talk toolkit. 11. Have you been working here long? 12. Is this your first time here? 13. What do you think about this place? 14. I was just thinking the same thing. 15. Do you live around here? 16. That reminds me of. 17. Have you tried the food here yet? 18. That must have been amazing. 19. I've always wanted to try that. 20. What kind of music do you like? Each of these is simple, flexible, and works in daily life. The more you practice, the more natural they'll feel. Have you ever wished you had a magic list of sentences that could help you start or continue a conversation anywhere in the world? Imagine being in a new city, walking into a shop, sitting next to someone on a flight, or meeting a colleague at work. And instead of silence, you confidently say something natural. That's the power of small talk. Welcome back to the English Diary Podcast, your daily guide to sounding fluent and confident in English. In part 1 and part 2, we covered 20 powerful small talk sentences. Today, in part 3, we'll go through sentences 21 to 30, focusing on real-life contexts like work, travel, and shopping. Let's get started. Sentence 21. Do you come here often? This is a classic small talk line, and it works in many situations: cafes, gyms, libraries, or even parks. Example at a gym. You. Do you come here often? Person. Yes, almost every day. It's part of my routine. You. That's great. I just started last week, so I'm still getting used to it. Why try pointing backhand index? It's light, casual, and shows curiosity about the person's habits. Sentence 22. I like the energy here. Don't you? This is useful when you want to make a positive comment about the atmosphere around you. Example at a concert. You. I like the energy here. Don't you? Friend. Absolutely. The crowd is amazing. You. Yes, everyone seems so excited. Why try pointing backhand index variations? The vibe here is really nice. Don't you think? This place feels so lively, right? Sentence 23. What do you usually order here? Perfect for restaurants, coffee shops, or even bars. It makes the other person feel like an expert. Example at a cafe. You. What do you usually order here? Friend. I usually go for the cappuccino. You. Nice. I'll try that next time. Why try pointing backhand index? This also helps you discover recommendations without sounding formal. Sentence 24. I could use a recommendation any ideas? This is flexible. You can use it for food, books, movies, travel, or almost anything. Example, I could use a recommendation. Any ideas for a good movie this weekend? Friend, yes. You should watch the new thriller. It's amazing. Thanks. I'll check it out. Why tried pointing backhand index? It works because people enjoy sharing opinions. Sentence 25. Have you traveled anywhere interesting lately? Travel is a universal topic, and this question invites stories. Example at work. Have you traveled anywhere interesting lately? Colleague. Yes, I went to Goa last month. That sounds fun. What did you like most about it? Why tried pointing backhand index? Even if they haven't traveled recently, it may lead to talking about dream destinations. Sentence 26. I've heard good things about this place. This is perfect when you walk into a restaurant, a shop, or even an event. Example at a restaurant. I've heard good things about this place. Friend, yes, the food here is supposed to be really good. I'm excited to try it. Why tried pointing backhand index? It shows positivity and curiosity. Sentence 27. So, what do you do? This is common in networking events or when meeting new people. But it should be asked with genuine interest, not like an interview. Example at a party. So, what do you do? Guest, I'm a graphic designer. That's interesting. Do you work freelance or with a company? Why tried pointing backhand index tip? If you don't want to sound formal, you can say, so, what kind of work are you into? Sentence 28. That sounds like fun. This is a supportive response when someone shares an activity, hobby, or plan. Example, friend, I'm going bowling tonight. That sounds like fun. I haven't been bowling in ages. Why tried pointing backhand index? It keeps the conversation positive and engaging. Sentence 29. Do you usually shop here? This works in markets, stores, or malls. Example at a bookstore. Do you usually shop here? Stranger. Yes, they have great discounts. Good to know. I love finding good deals. Why tried pointing backhand index? It's simple and creates connection over shared experiences. Sentence 30. Have you tried item experience before? This is flexible for food, hobbies, movies, and more. Example at a restaurant. Have you tried the pasta here before? Friend, yes, it's delicious. You should order it. Great, I'll give it a try. Why tried pointing backhand index variation? Have you ever been to this museum before? Have you tried yoga before? Mini recap of part 3. We just added another 10 useful sentences for everyday situations. 21. Do you come here often? 22. I like the energy here. Don't you? 23. What do you usually order here? 24. I could use a recommendation. Any ideas? 25. Have you traveled anywhere interesting lately? 26. I've heard good things about this place. 27. So, what do you do? 28. That sounds like fun. 29. Do you usually shop here? 30. Have you tried item experience before? With these, you're ready for natural conversations at restaurants, events, shops, and workplaces. Here's something interesting. Small talk is everywhere in the world, but it sounds a little different in every culture. In America, people might casually ask about your weekend. In India, someone might ask if you've eaten. In Europe, maybe the weather or travel plans come up first. But at the heart of it, small talk is simply about showing interest, being polite, and creating connection. Welcome back to the English Diary podcast. This is part 4 of our series on 50 fluent small talk sentences. In the last 3 episodes, we explored 30 natural and easy-to-use sentences. Today, we're going to add 10 more, sentences 31 through 40, with extra cultural tips so you can use them confidently wherever you are. Let's dive in. Sentence 31. What are you working on these days? This works perfectly in professional settings, but also with friends. It shows curiosity about their current focus without sounding too formal. Example at work. What are you working on these days? Colleague, I'm preparing a new project for our client. Sounds exciting. Hope it goes well. White right pointing backhand index cultural tip. In the US, people often share openly about work. In India, this might extend to studies. What are you studying these days? In some parts of Europe, keep it light. Don't push for too many details unless they share first. Sentence 32. Any fun plans for the weekend? This is casual, light, and always works. Example. Any fun plans for the weekend? Friend. Yes, I'm going hiking with some friends. That sounds great. Enjoy your trip. White right pointing backhand index cultural tip. In Western countries, weekends are often private time. So this question is common and safe. In India, weekends may include family events, so people may answer with more personal detail. Sentence 33. How do you usually spend your evenings? This is great for building friendship beyond just small talk. Example. How do you usually spend your evenings? Person. Mostly reading or watching shows. Same here. Any shows you'd recommend? White right pointing backhand index. This works across cultures because it's open-ended and not too personal. Sentence 34. That's a great idea. This supportive phrase is simple but powerful. It keeps the conversation positive. Example. Friend, I'm thinking of learning guitar. That's a great idea. Music is such a good way to relax. White right pointing backhand index cultural tip. Compliments are always welcome, but be genuine. Sentence 35. Have you read any good books lately? This is a wonderful small talk sentence for learners, readers, or even casual chats. Example. Have you read any good books lately? Friend. Yes, I just finished a mystery novel. Nice, I love mysteries too. White right pointing backhand index variation. Have you watched any good movies lately? Sentence 36. Do you follow any sports? Sports are global conversation starters. Example. Do you follow any sports? Person. Yes, I love football. Oh nice. Which team do you support? White right pointing backhand index cultural tip. In India, cricket is a big one. In Europe, football, soccer is huge. In the US, basketball, baseball, or American football dominate. Sentence 37. That's really impressive. When someone tells you about an achievement, this phrase shows encouragement. Example. Friend, I just ran my first marathon. That's really impressive. Congratulations. White right pointing backhand index works in all cultures because recognition is universal. Sentence 38. Do you usually travel for work or just for fun? Travel is a safe and interesting topic. Example. Do you usually travel for work or just for fun? Colleague. Mostly for work, but I try to add some sightseeing. That's smart. You get the best of both worlds. White right pointing backhand index cultural tip. In some cultures, travel is very personal, so keep it light if the other person doesn't open up much. Sentence 39. I know what you mean. This shows empathy and keeps the conversation flowing. Example. Friend, the traffic was so bad today. I know what you mean. I was stuck for almost an hour too. White right pointing backhand index. It makes people feel understood without needing long responses. Sentence 40. Do you use social media much? A modern small talk question that works for almost anyone. Example. Do you use social media much? Person. Not really. Just Instagram sometimes. Same here. I try not to spend too much time online. White right pointing backhand index cultural tip. In some professional situations, replace this with do you use LinkedIn much? Mini recap of part 4. We covered 10 more small talk sentences, this time with cultural insights. 31. What are you working on these days? 32. Any fun plans for the weekend? 33. How do you usually spend your evenings? 34. That's a great idea. 35. Have you read any good books lately? 36. Do you follow any sports? 37. That's really impressive. 38. Do you usually travel for work or just for fun? 39. I know what you mean. 40. Do you use social media much? With these, you can start sounding natural across cultures. Whether you're chatting with an Indian neighbor, an American colleague, or a European traveler, small talk is like planting little seeds. A simple, how's your day? Or nice weather today may not feel big, but it can grow into a new friendship, a professional connection, or even a memorable conversation with a stranger. And here's the best part. You don't need hundreds of phrases. Just a handful of natural sentences used confidently can open doors everywhere you go. Welcome back to the English Diary podcast. You've made it to part 5, the final episode in our series on 50 fluent small talk sentences. By now, you've learned 40 sentences with examples, role plays, and cultural tips. Today, we'll cover the last 10 sentences, 41 through 50. And then we'll put everything together with a recap and practical tips for ending conversations smoothly. Let's dive in. Sentence 41. So, what brings you here today? This is a versatile opener for events, classes, parties, or even networking meetups. Example, at a workshop. You. So, what brings you here today? Person, I'm interested in learning more about photography. You. That's awesome. I've always wanted to improve my camera skills. Why try pointing backhand index? It shows curiosity and creates common ground. Sentence 42. That sounds delicious. Food always connects people. When someone talks about what they ate or cooked, you can respond with this simple phrase. Example, friend, I made pasta for dinner last night. You. That sounds delicious. I love pasta. Why try pointing backhand index works in restaurants too when someone recommends a dish. Sentence 43. Do you usually watch TV shows or more movies? Entertainment is always a safe small talk subject. Example, you. Do you usually watch TV shows or more movies? Friend, mostly TV shows. I'm into crime dramas. You. Nice. I like thrillers too. Why try pointing backhand index? This opens up space for recommendations. Sentence 44. That's such a nice story. When someone shares a memory or experience, this phrase makes them feel heard. Example, person, my grandmother used to bake cookies every Sunday. You. That's such a nice story. Thanks for sharing. Why try pointing backhand index? It's warm and supportive. Sentence 45. How do you usually spend your holidays? Perfect when a long weekend or vacation is coming up. Example, you. How do you usually spend your holidays? Colleague, mostly with family. Sometimes we travel. You. That sounds wonderful. Family time is the best. Why try pointing backhand index? It keeps things light and non-intrusive. Sentence 46. Do you like trying new things? This is great when the topic of food, hobbies, or travel comes up. Example, you. Do you like trying new things? Friend, yes, I love experimenting with food. You. That's great. Me too. It keeps life exciting. Why try pointing backhand index? You can guide the conversation into hobbies or adventures. Sentence 47. That must have been tough. Not all small talk is about happy things. Sometimes people share struggles. This phrase shows empathy. Example, friend, I had to work all weekend. You. That must have been tough. Hope you get some rest soon. Why try pointing backhand index? It acknowledges their feelings without trying to fix them. Sentence 48. What kind of hobbies do you have? This is a classic way to learn about someone's interests. Example, you. What kind of hobbies do you have? Person, I like painting and gardening. You. That's wonderful. Gardening is so relaxing. Why try pointing backhand index? You can always follow up with curiosity. How do you get into that? Sentence 49. I can totally relate to that. This is another empathetic phrase that makes conversations stronger. Example, friend, Sometimes I feel so tired after work. I can totally relate to that. Same thing happens to me. White right pointing backhand index, it shows connection without overcomplicating. Sentence 50. It was great talking to you. This is the perfect closing line. Small talk isn't just about starting. It's also about ending politely. Example. At a party. It was great talking to you. Hope we meet again soon. Guest. Yes, same here. White right pointing backhand index variations. Nice chatting with you. I really enjoyed our conversation. Glowing star closing recap and tips. So, you've now mastered all 50 fluent small talk sentences. Here's the full journey. Part 1. Starting with how's your day going? And busy day today? Easy openers. Part 2. Adding friendly questions like is this your first time here? Or what kind of music do you like? Part 3. Context-based phrases like do you usually shop here? Or have you traveled anywhere interesting lately? Part 4. Cultural balance with any fun plans for the weekend? And do you follow any sports? Part 5. Final closers like that must have been tough and it was great talking to you. White right pointing backhand index key takeaways. Keep it simple. Small talk doesn't need complex grammar. Show genuine interest. Ask and listen. Use empathy. Phrases like I know what you mean or that must have been tough build connection. Know how to close. End politely with it was great talking to you. Small talk isn't about filling silence. It's about building bridges. Whether you're in India, Europe, America, or anywhere else, these 50 sentences can help you sound natural, friendly, and fluent. Done.